What's up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice of Buzz in WWE2K19, and welcome to the 12th episode of WWE2Kfabe, when I give you the inside perspective and behind-the-scenes stories surrounding the voiceover and motion capture of WWE2K19. Thanks so much for tuning in. Right off the bat, I would like you to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know exactly when new videos drop. Of course, episodes of WWE2Kfabe drop every Monday and Wednesday, and bonus content every Friday. As far as plugs go, all my social media information is in the description of this video, as is the link to my merchandise page. And remember, when you use code WWE2K19, you get 20% off your entire order. But it's Wednesday, which means the weekend is not far away, so I'm going to get to some plugs for this weekend's pair of shows. On Saturday, November the 24th, I will be hosting and ring announcing at East Bay Pro in Pacheco, California. Ticket information is in the description of this video. And then Sunday afternoon, November the 25th, I will be in San Francisco, California to host, ring announce, and provide the live commentary at Hoodslam. Sexy good time, sleazy AF. Tickets for that show are available in the link in the description of this video. 21 and over, don't bring your effing kids. Let's get to some questions. We're coming off with some bonus content from last Friday, so I didn't answer any of those questions. So I'm going to go an episode prior and answer the questions because there were quite a few of them. So let's get to them right now. I'm seeing these for the first time, so I don't know what these are, but we're going to get to them right now. First, from Steven Piankowski, who I've known him for years. I've never actually had to say his name out loud. I hope I didn't butcher it, bro. How was Headlock on Hunger? Headlock on Hunger was awesome. A spectacular event put on in Sparks, Nevada to help put a dent in child hunger. I heard they raised, I think, $5,000 and contributed to over 25,000 pounds of food. So, Headlock on Hunger, a huge success. Bryce Davis asks, have you played My Career Mode yourself? Yes, I have, for about 10 minutes. And then I wanted to create myself as detailed as possible, and I just realized that it was just way too much of a time commitment for me. So I have not really played all of My Career. Actually, I haven't played most of My Career. So I'm actually seeing a lot of these for the first time, as in the footage for the first time. The voice actor for Cena is the guy who voiced Kenny from the Walking Dead games. His name is Gavin Hammond. Okay, not a question, but Tyler Wilsey, I appreciate your insight on that. So now we have a name for who played John Cena in WWE 2K19, because, spoiler alert, it definitely wasn't John Cena. Mystical Forces asks, if you could perform any gimmick from the 2000s, what gimmick and why? I mean, first gimmick that comes to mind is just to be Stone Cold Steve Austin in that insane meteoric rise. Even into 2000, he started off 2000 injured on the shelf, but then just going into the end of 2000 and 2001 and heading into WrestleMania 17 against The Rock, to experience that as Stone Cold Steve Austin would be my pick. Lieutenant Reven asks, my question is, how has the character Buzz helped you in your career to further Broseph Joe Brody, who I portray when I host Hoodslam, as a character? And if you had a more PG character, would you build him around how Buzz was portrayed? Great question. I don't think playing Buzz has really helped me at all with Broseph Joe Brody, and that's not a knock on 2K19 or the character of Buzz. I just think they're so different. They're such different characters that there isn't a lot of overlap there. There's a ton of overlap with Buzz and me in real life, but not so much with Buzz and Broseph. And if I had a more PG character, would I build him around how Buzz was portrayed? I don't think I would, actually, because Buzz, to a certain extent, had to remain somewhat generic to, feel accessible and relatable to as many people as possible. If I were to actually come up with a PG character that I would portray in WWE, for example, I think I would zero in some nuances of that gimmick and that character to set it apart from everybody else. Great question, though. Oh, God. SW1992. Oh, God, now my screensaver just went on. Everybody stand by. Oh, my God, how embarrassing. Okay, anyway. SW, and then a bunch of numbers, asks, have you ever had a serious injury from wrestling? I've been very lucky in that my injuries within wrestling, the worst of which are a broken ankle and I got busted open hard way a couple times and needed stitches. So I've been very lucky that I haven't had any additional injuries. It actually wasn't until my first round of contributions with audio with WWE2K19 that I actually tore my ACL and my meniscus. So it's kind of funny that my most serious injury in all of professional wrestling happened while making WWE 2K19 and not actually at a show or in a match or training or anything else. And finally, Kalo Dayno asks, I enjoyed the episode and I'm excited to see you again as your ringside partner at PCW. What's up, bro? When we have our next big show. My question, though, is if you met Woken Matt Hardy, what wisdom do you think he'd give you? Also, are you yourself woken? Let's see. What wisdom would Matt Hardy give me? I don't think there's any way to anticipate the knowledge that would erupt out of Woken Matt Hardy. And do you consider yourself woken? I don't really know what woken means in my sense. I feel like life is a work in progress and we're all just trying to figure it out one day at a time. And, you know, we all make mistakes and we're doing our best to learn from those mistakes. So in that sense, yeah, I feel like I'm woken and just trying to make myself a better me, and hopefully that encourages the people around me to make themselves better them. I don't know. That sounded cool, right? I figure that's woken. All right. Appreciate the questions. If you have any questions or feedback about this episode, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them to kick off the next episode of WWE2Kfabe, which will be dropping on Monday. So a quick reminder to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And as always, we cannot proceed with WWE2Kfabe until we show some love to MK Ice and Fire, the gaming channel on YouTube. They have been nice enough to let me use footage of every cutscene from WWE2K19 that they have already uploaded to their YouTube channel. So if you are at all interested in video games, check out MK Ice and Fire on YouTube and give them a subscription. You'll be glad you did. Now then, without any further ado, let's dive into the 12th episode of WWE 2Kfabe.
And we are joining Monday Night Raw. Elias is in the ring, and I have been looking forward to this episode of WWE 2Kfabe for quite some time because we are going to enjoy the spectacle that is the Stupid Miz dance.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
And there are a lot of promos in this segment, so you may hear me kind of lay out a little bit and just let the promo unfold.
If you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
I wasn't present while they recorded the Elias promo, so I couldn't tell you who actually stood in for Elias. I did visit 2K several weeks after, I guess you would call it principal photography was done, and they showed me some footage of Elias reciting his lines, and it was just kind of fun to watch what that looked like because it was just super close up on his face so they could get his facial structure and animations as close as possible. And you know, he wasn't in like the motion capture. He didn't have the dots all over him. He didn't have the circular globes that go on a typical motion capture suit. So just another side of the process that I haven't seen that I was happy to get a glimpse of because, you know, I've been... Oh, my ears. Ow. Because I've been a gamer pretty much my whole life. I was a gamer before I was a wrestling fan, so... And look at this, Buzz with some new gear. Usually it's jorts and a sleeveless shirt. He's upgraded to Steve Blackman. Awesome.
Here when I say we've heard just about enough.
Just about enough. Uh-oh, what do? Do you call out The Miz, or do you challenge Elias? Call out The Miz, of course!
Well, other than that atrocity of a song, I don't have a problem with you. Yet. But I do have a problem with The Miz after what he and his so-called Miz-tourage.
Miz-tourage. You notice the pause before that? Because I legit hate that term. I think it's one of the most awkward combinations of words ever. Which might be the point, in which case, I guess it serves its purpose, but just... Usually, I mean, when I combine words, and I do it quite often, I think it's fun. You want to combine words that, like, you know, kind of have a similar sound or can connect at the beginning and end like a verbal human centipede or something. But yeah, Miz Taraj is just the worst.
A shot at my Intercontinental title. But since it seems like you're dying for a fight, I have another idea.
Now, it is kind of ballsy of Buzz to interrupt Elias just to call out the Miz. Like, that's a little, you know, screw your segment. It's time for my segment. The balls on Buzz.
You know what? Sounds good. In fact, why not add Elias to their team too?
And now Elias is,
Then
he just looks around like, what in the hell are you
three
doing?
of them and show the WWE Universe
Ignore that text.
what a fighting champion is supposed to look like.
You are dumber than you look.
I second that.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Corey Graves, for saying that. And Buzz back into the corner, a head of steam, and the referee just got punched right in the face. Buzz can't believe it. I was not present for any of the recording of this stuff, by the way. Wait a minute. Buzz has the guitar. Wham! Breaks it over the back of Elias. Buzz reviving the official. Trying to get in position. There's one. Two. Buzz steals it. Never mind the pieces of guitar that are in the ring. Details, details. The referee saw the shoulders down. The referee counted 3. This one's going down as a win for Buzz. Corey Graves now doesn't appreciate a little bit of cheating. Come on. Come on. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Buzz is here on Raw to continue his quest.
Is that how she just walks down every hallway? What the hell?
They need to be ready to square off against a vicious individual.
She's like doing that.
Has shown us is that he's willing to take out anyone at any time. An opponent must be ready.
Bo Dallas in the ring. I always thought Bo Dallas was like, now, I mean, lately he just kind of looks like Rhino's little brother. And a kick out at 2. And this one, hey, come on. Don't do it. Oh, and he turned on him.
Why would Miz punch Bo Dallas?
Miz turned, and a deliberate disqualification, getting him out of the ring. And I'd be fascinated to know what the, again, who was who, because none of the WWE talent were present, at least when I was there doing the voiceover and motion capture. So, you know, I'm curious who was Miz, I'm curious who was Bo Dallas, curious who the official was as well. I mean, you know, if you go back and if you just Google the credits, not Google, but YouTube the credits, you see some names of some top-notch independent talent. And, you know, any one of them could have been any one of them. So, you know, part of the process that I'm curious about.
I just got off the phone with Triple H, and he said that since Bo Dallas
technically won, you don't get to face the Miz. What the hell?
Triple H can just overrule you like that?
Unfortunately, when push comes to shove, he can. And I'm not surprised that he did, given your
Now it's just like
All right,
levels
well,
of the authority figure.
If Miz and Triple H are refusing to give me an opportunity,
It's like
then
Triple H is over the
maybe I need to
GM.
make my own
Vince, I guess, is over Triple H.
No. Title.
Yeah, that's right. I know a guy who
I
can
know a
help me
guy who
out.
can help me out.
You do whatever you think you
Whatever
need to do.
do whatever you need to do. Okay. Well, let me just make a call real quick. Check Twitter and Instagram and everything else.
Hey, Cole.
That's right.
I need a
Another
favor.
shout out to Cole. What's up, buddy?
It's short notice, but you did such a good job making the titles for BCW that I wanted to see if you could make me a custom title for me to use on Monday Night Raw. Fine. I promise to call you more often, not just when I need something.
Damn texts.
All right, I'll email you some design ideas, but one thing I do know is that my title will only be defended in.
And now you get to choose what match you want it defended in.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Yes, I still have the lucky keychain you gave me. All right, I gotta run.
How could you forget that gross scrap trap keychain with somebody else's blood on it that was probably part of a prison fence? So now I got my custom title. Oh my God, here we go.
I am the Miz,
This was so much fun.
and this is my lovely wife, Maurice. Say something to the audience, Maurice.
Psych.
That was wonderful, honey. You truly bring so much to the table and are certainly not just window dressing whose sole purpose of being in WWE is to follow me around from town to town, ironing my weird Matrix cloak dress that I wear.
It looks more like a combination of like Undertaker's gear and
Your
Shredder.
mouth goes shut.
Right, if you listen close, you can hear me almost break when I do the stupid Miz dance.
When my right foot goes in, you shake it all about. You do the stupid Miz dance and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Because I'm the Miz.
Oh, this is so much fun.
And I'm awful.
And that's how you get the Miz's attention. Just cosplay as him and use his own catchphrase against him.
Since apparently our GM either thinks this is funny, which is impossible, or is just not paying attention to his own show, I am this close
Ooh, he's that
to
close.
dialing
He's that
911 to report 2 counts of aggravated character assassination.
Whoa, 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 Miz. Sasha and I were just having a little bit of fun out here. No need to go overboard. I mean, besides, you didn't even let me get to the best part. Other than showing everybody how big of a goof you are. The whole point of tonight.
Oh, see that? You hear that? I almost lost it. I
debut
almost lost
my
it where I
new
was like, the point of
singles
tonight, and I was hoping that, look at that. Wow, super amazing title. I'm so proud of it too. I had no idea what it was going to look like. Anytime we used a championship belt in any of the scenes, it was a Raw tag team title from like the mid or late 2000s, which was, I imagined that whoever was at WWE was just like, you know what, of all the belts we have, we'll probably never need this one again. So it was a Raw tag team title. I had no idea what it was going to look like in the actual game. But the purpose of tonight, like that little pause, I should have said something and just been like, hey, can you, like, I don't know, shorten it or something? I mean, there's still so much about this process that I have no idea what's involved. I don't know if they can cut part of the audio and speed up part of the animation to get rid of that little pause. But hearing it back, and I have already seen the stupid Miz Dance promo a number of times, but just hearing it back every time, I'm just kind of like, those little things that, you know, bothered me. I'm sure other people can hear them too. It's not like it's not obvious that I almost lost it right there, but it's enough that I hear it back and I'm just kind of like, oh man, I just wish I could have addressed it or switched up the timing or just pointed it out or be like, hey, can we fix this in post or something like that. So as proud as I am of most of my performance in the game, those little moments that I just look back and I cringe a little bit. I'm just kind of like, ah, damn it. Oh, and this freaking guy.
Like I said, anyone at any time. But you didn't give me a chance to explain that my title has some special conditions.
Special conditions for that title. You better know.
What do you mean? Like the matches can only be held in high school gyms? Or there can't be more than 200 people in attendance?
Scathing. He's so proud of himself.
Not exactly. My title will only be defended in no disqualification matches.
And look at these two. Terrified of no disqualification matches for some reason. No idea why, but there is a bee in their bonnet. They are not happy about it.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE2Kfabe. Remember, if you have questions or feedback about what you saw in this episode, leave them in the comments below and I will address them to kick off the next episode of WWE2Kfabe this coming Monday. I will see you this Friday right here on my YouTube channel for bonus content. So if you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up button on this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know exactly when the next video drops. I hope to see you Saturday night, November the 24th in Pacheco for East Bay Pro. I hope to see you Sunday afternoon in San Francisco for Hoodslam. And I will see you on Monday for the next episode of WWE 2Kfabe. Until next time, I'm AJ Kirsch. Take care, y'all.